Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Happy Friday. Of course, I've already not muted myself. Today is August 1st.
Wait,
and
who are you?
Oh, I'm Jody. Did I not mention my name? Oh, I forgot about Michael. We can't forget about Mr. Michael. Sorry, Michael.
So yes, you are joined by...
Joined by my producer, Michael the Meg.
Which 5 seconds ago I decided stands for most excellent guy.
Except for it is a extraterrestrial creature on a movie.
The Megalodon.
Yeah, we figured that. I haven't seen it yet, but we figured that out.
Yeah,
so
basically the same thing.
Yes, so today we have a huge show. As you can tell that it is new crew here. Gudrun and Mr. HP and actually Julie are over in Birmingham at the Festival of Quilts. So we have some things to show you from them. Lots of fabric, all kinds of stuff. So we are going to get started right away. And what is our cocktail for today? I actually had the pleasure of making this cocktail, and I am not a cocktail maker, but I think I did a pretty good job.
I think you did an awesome job.
So it is a strawberry ginger smash. It has 1.5 ounces of vodka, a 1/2 ounce of ginger liqueur, 3 or 4 strawberries, a 2 lemon wedges, ginger beer soda. And I picked this because I really love ginger beer. So basically you muddle up the strawberries and lemons, which I'm not sure I muddled, but we went with it. And it is actually very, very, very delicious. Don't you think?
It is so good.
Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't toot my horn if I didn't think it was good, but it's pretty good.
You did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So I'm feeling confident about that. So strawberry ginger smash, such a good drink. And our quote of the day, Michael, do you want to do the quote of the day?
I would absolutely love to. The quote of the day is, "Be yourself. Everybody else is already taken."
I love this quote.
It's by Oscar Wilde.
Yes, this is such a great quote because I think that as we get older, we are constantly trying to be other people. And the reality is you have to be enough for yourself, but also just be who you are. If people don't accept you, then they don't need to be in your life, right?
Period.
And I know we're rushing, but we have literally so much stuff to make it through today that Michael and I were laughing that it might be a 2-hour show. I hope you guys are ready to stay with us.
We might rival Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. So please share, like, subscribe, do all the things because you don't want yourself or anybody else to miss what we have going on today. So quilts on set. We have Frankie behind Mr. Meg. I still can't even, I can't do it. Michael.
No, it's
Michael.
Michael. It can be Michael.
Frankie, who's out of our Strabology Quickies Club. And then behind me, we have the brand new Margot pattern, which is going to be on our one-day retreat. And we are going to talk a ton about one-day retreat today. So stay tuned for that. But we have some national days to go through. So I picked out some really interesting ones. National Raspberry Cream Pie Day. I'm not a pie fan. Are you a pie fan?
Pumpkin, sweet potato, number 1.
Okay.
Pumpkin, number 2. No, sweet potato, number 1. Pecan, number 2. Pumpkin, number 3.
Yeah, I'm a little, I love a cherry pie, but I don't, fruit and warming up my fruit is just kind of really hard for me. I don't know.
I have a controversial statement. I do not like citrus-based desserts. So orange, lemon, lime, no way.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like any of those either.
Yeah, good talk.
Okay, since I'm a parent and maybe half of you out there in the Instagram, social, Facebook world, it is Respect Your Parents Day. So if my children out there watching, respect your mother. Also International Mahjong Day. We were just talking about this. I am an old person in my soul, and I am going to be the one that's sitting playing Mahjong and bridge and filling my days with all that kind of stuff.
I have a confession.
Yeah.
I took an argumentation class in college, and some of it got really heady and kind of boring. So I had a laptop, and what looked like me taking notes, I was actually playing Mahjong.
Oh, I do have Mahjong on my my iPad, and I do play it there. But I feel like I wouldn't. It's not the same as being in person with people. So if you guys have comments about the Mahjong, please put it in the comments below. National Water Balloon Day. Okay, when I saw this, I, for a very short period, thought about bringing a water balloon into work.
Don't tell June. Don't tell June. She'll get us all.
It was short-lived, I promise. I just thought, wouldn't it be hilarious if I but we can't do that in here because there's all kinds of equipment and that kind of stuff.
And my hair.
And we wouldn't want to mess up your hair.
Thank you.
And National Girlfriends Day. So this is for all of those girlfriends out there that you hang out with. Go have drinks. It's National Girlfriends Day. National Wellness Month. I actually, when I read this, I also thought, you know what, Jody, maybe this is the sign that you need to get on that wellness band that you've been avoiding for the last, I don't know how many years of my life.
You thought
49 years of my life.
You thought that because it turned August?
Yeah, yeah. At least it's not January, but yeah.
Fair enough, fair enough.
And Michael, I thought, I'm not sure if you were a comic book guy or not, but Spiderman Day.
I am a comic book fan. I'm not really into Marvel.
Yeah, I don't get the difference. I get confused at Marvel, DC. I love a lot of them, but I don't know.
I'm gonna give the most Michael answer here. If I'm reading like a graphic novel or a comic, it has to be from an underground artist and very off people's radar. So
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. And last but not least, in honor of my mom, World Lung Cancer Day. My mother passed away 5 years ago from lung cancer, so I just wanted to kind of go get checked. Don't wait on anything. If you got a cough and it's weird, go to the doctor. So that is our national days for today. And we have show and tell, which is our most popular segment.
Let's do it.
Okay, our first one is a strip joints by Sue. Looks like she either is getting the quilt or is giving the quilt, but that is a cool strip joints.
I love it. I don't know if I've ever seen one that looks like that.
I don't either. I've never done a strip joints. Might be on my list of things to do. This is a Tailor by Vicky. Love the blues and the cream colors in there.
Got some earthy tones today.
Pretty. And then we have a Svana by Louise. Look at this beautiful Svana.
It looks great.
It is awesome. I love those colors. Michael, do you have a Svana story?
We can talk about that when we talk about Bundle Club.
Okay, okay. And Barbara Jean has a locust. We're actually going to be showing another version of locust today. This is really pretty. I love those soft colors in there. Joanne with a Jolie. Okay, I officially have done 1, 2, 3 Jolies, 4 because I have one that's cut, but I haven't put it together.
I don't mean to derail us, but is it much harder than JoJo?
Jolie is super easy.
Okay.
I haven't done JoJo.
Okay.
But Jolie is super easy.
They've got like similar elements, but yeah.
I just love the space on this Jolie. The colors on this Jolie are amazing, but I love that there's so much space to do some larger scale prints if you want to and really kind of play. And then we've got Betty with Friday Fiesta placemats. I've been wanting to do this one. I love this. This is super cool.
I love the fabric that she used too.
Any of that like handwriting prints is awesome. Nice job, Betty. And then we have Striptease by Kathy. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
I didn't even recognize this pattern.
She must have a different, maybe she's doing a different layout. I've actually not done a lot of the strip patterns, so that I definitely need to get on board with that.
Super cool. I love the like really black contrast.
Yeah, me too.
Yep, so cool.
Debbie with an Amelie. Love the Amelie. Amelie is a popular, and this is supersized Amelie. Is a very popular pattern. See lots of people doing Amelie. We have Nancy with Ursula. Oh, look at this Ursula. love the teals with that gold in there. And then we have Rochelle with a Felicity, but it's the Felix version. So if you haven't done Felicity, there are several options of different designs, and each one has a different name. So this is Felix, and then there's a Charity, and then there's the Felicity version.
Okay, I was confused by that at first. I
so
didn't understand that.
I think Felix, and I haven't dove into this, I actually have a Felicity cut up, but Felix uses one block, Charity uses one block, and Felicity uses both blocks.
Got it.
If I'm right, and you know, if I'm wrong, somebody please correct me. So that is our show and tell for today. Thank you everybody for posting your quilts on the crew. We love seeing all of your creations. It's so much fun. Please always share, and you never know, your quilt might be showcased on our Happy Friday show. But the reason we have gotten through all of that stuff so quickly is we've got some other stuff that we need to show. So Gudrun,
sure
Mr. HP, and Julie are in London at the Festival of Quilts in Birmingham. And it is one of the, I think it's one of the largest quilt shows in Europe. And they are there having all kinds of fun. They have a tour. They're with a bunch of our peeps from GE. So they sent us some photos. And this is a photo of Julie, Mr. HP, and Gudrun out having lunch or dinner.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I zoomed in on the menu.
Oh gosh.
And it looks really good.
You would be the only one that would think to do that.
I would pick the nachos.
It's too bad they didn't send that to you ahead of time.
Yeah.
And then we have, of course, we've got the cocktail. One of them looks like one of ours.
It kind of does.
Yeah, we'll have to drink to that.
I'm willing to bet that Gudrun got the Aperol Spritz.
I thought about that too. And then we have Gudrun and Julie outside of the Festival of Quilts building. Look at it, they look so pretty.
Oh, we had a question. Who is Julie?
Oh, Julie is one of our employees, and she does our long arming. She also does a lot of our subscription programs, part of our creative development team. She's amazing.
Her technical skill blows me away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Awesome,
it's
awesome
next
woman.
level. And then, of course, we got to have Mr. HP in there. We can't leave him out.
And he brought his vest.
And he brought his
Quilted
vest. He's always styling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have a video from them. Okay, let's show it. Sorry, I have an issue with muting and unmuting myself. That video was so much fun, but the biggest thing is how young some of those quilters were and how amazing those quilts were.
I think I might just give up this whole quilting thing.
Wow, 5 to 9.
Years old. Yeah.
It's incredible. So many beautiful quilts out there. Thank you guys, Mr. HP and Gudrun, for sending that video. I know that our peeps really love seeing that. And on to the next thing. We are revealing Bundle Club, and you guys have probably already got your package, but here is the reveal.
It's so good. It's so good.
It is so good.
Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. In this video, I'm excited to introduce you to our fabric collection selected for our Goodies Bundle Club for July 2025. It is called Whispering Grasslands by Gabrielle Neal for Camelot Fabrics. Gabrielle is inspired by nature, travel, and the everyday world around her. Her designs explore all things artistic, traditional and digital mediums, showcasing her obsession with pattern and passion for color. She's located in Brisbane, Australia, which shows through in her nature-inspired line. When I first saw this, I was drawn to the unique soft greens and earthy wheat and brown tones, as well as the organic nature of the print. So if we look at the line and the prints that we decided to choose, I decided to split the line evenly between our darks and our lights, giving us lots of option for creating gorgeous quilts with this. So here is our booklet is going to show you the line, the names of the SKUs. We have our fabric pool, we have our quilts that we made with the collection, and then of course our additional fabrics and a little coupon for you on the end. So let's start with our fabrics. Starting here on the left side, this is our feature print, and I really love this. This is called Whispering Grasslands Sweet Bundles, and the color is dark sage. I love this base green, which has a little bit of olive to it, but then we have the sage green in the bundles, the wheat and the browns, just really natural and organic. Such a unique print that I just fell in love with. I love the fact that it is tossed, and I love the scale. Then we have the Whispering Grasslands print in the same dark sage color. Now this one again is a tighter print with more color in it, and it's those beautiful rusty reds and wheat colors, deep browns, and just a little bit of that tan color. And so a beautiful print that has a little direction to it, but it's gorgeous. Next up, we have Whispering Grasslands Delicate Stems in the sage color. And this one is a perfect tone on tone, just the little stems of wheat flying in the wind, and just loving that it's just a tone on tone this way. Then we go into our browns, starting with our Whispering Grasslands Squares Brown. So this is overlapping squares of really cool geometric print that has a little bit of a ombre to it, the lines do. So it has that wheat color on top of this beautiful chocolate brown. And then we have the Whispering Grasslands in the brown. So this is the same print we have in the green, but a beautiful deep brown base, and then all of the colors really stand out on top of it. I love the cream color here and the wheat color, which has a little bit of a light yellow to it. And then of course it has some of the sage and the rusty red prints in there too. So then I decided to add a Camelot basic. This one is called Mixology Jane in the dark chocolate. This one worked out perfectly in the line. It has a little bit of a deeper brown to it, but has that red hue that we're seeing reflected throughout the print. So it really balances out, kind of staying in the darker side of it. Then we go into our lighter hues, and this is where I wanted variety from dark to light here. So there is some fluidity and motion in this. So starting with another basic, this one is called Mixology Dotty. And the color is called Shiitake. So it's kind of like almost a little bit of a reddish tan with the dots being in different shades. So it has a lot of depth to it. And then here's another basic. It's called Mixology Daisy in the flax color. Now this one fits just perfectly in the line. It could be a part of it. I really love this one. Nice small floral on that flax colored base. Next one is called Whispering Grassland Pampas Grass Cream. So there we have that cream color in the base. So this was a part of the collection. I love just the fine lines in the grass. And so it really creates almost like a gray feel to it, as we can see in the lighter backgrounds. The next one is called Whispering Grassland Circles Light Cream. Again, here we see that gray on top of the light cream. This probably might read a little bit light to you, but it is a real true cream color. A very nice tone, bridging the gap between the darker into our full-on off-whites here, or light creams. Starting with our Whispering Grasslands cream. So this is the same print. So this is 3 times in the collection, but I decided as one of my favorite prints. I love that it has all the colors in it, so it really ties everything together. Beautiful, beautiful tone of that light cream base color. And then the last print is the same bundles in that light cream, the Sweet Bundles cream, a beautiful tone. And here you can see where that gray comes in the pampas grass that is dispersed throughout. Let's start with our fabric pull. You will see the photo here. If you're a subscriber and received our booklet, there will be a QR code right here that's going to show you our fabric pull and also our additional prints that we have from the line. But I decided to stay pretty true to the colors in here and then adding some fun accents. So we'll start here and read this just like we do in the booklet so that you can follow along. So we're starting with our browns, and this one is called Serenity. Really beautiful deep brown color that could fit right in here very easily. So I start with that one, and then I went a little bit lighter brown, a little more red, so it's going to tone better with this print over here, and it's called Thatched Cocoa. And in between is called Thatched Mocha. That's going to bridge the gap between the deep browns into the more tan, and as you can see, it's reflected in so many places in all the other prints. Going into our greens, Grunge Rifle Green is the deepest green I chose to go with the line. As you can see, it's a perfect match with those deep, deep green tones. I think it looks beautiful with it. And then a little bit lighter would be a Grunge Juniper. So still a great match with those green tones in the collection. And then the lightest one to match with some of the sage, lightest sage tones is Dry Brush in the matcha color. So then we're going to move into our gold. So these I chose more so as accents, but they kind of hit that middle of the wave of prints there, starting with Folio Gold. So this is a deep, deep gold. I love it as an accent. It really pulls out the gold tones and kind of amps up the other colors. We use this quite a bit for backings. And then the second one is called Paintbox Amber. A similar color, a little bit deeper browns in here. So it's going to resonate if you want a little bit more subtle gold effect. And then the third one is called Dry Brush Cider, a beautiful lighter gold that you can really see works perfectly with some of these accents and prints in here. Going into some of our tans, this one is called Rainier Tan. So it's little white circles on the tan color. It is a great option for in here. As you can see, it is the perfect color of the bundles. So it looks great with it. Then we have a grunge. This one is called Grunge Marble. A great kind of a taupey tan color, taupey beige color that I love with this. It's really perfect with some of these colors. Then we have a little bit of a different hue in that same value canvas in the linen. As you can see, it has a little more greener hue to it, so it matches great with some of these prints in here. And then finishing up with Spotted White. So it has almost that light cream color almost white, but has a little bit of gray in it that really resonates well with the rest of the print in here. So this is our fabric pull. And so next up, we are going to look at the quilts. We made 3 gorgeous quilts from this line, and we're going to start with Rosie, which is a pattern from my Stripology Mixology 3. So we cut the bundle into 10-inch squares, and then to create contrast and depth, used the darks and the lights interspersed. And we always had a brown and a green in each block, along with a light. So it worked out really nicely. So there is a couple of extra additional fabrics in here. We have a narrow border that we used one of the prints from the line that is not in the bundle, but we have it in 1 yard. It's called Whispering Grasslands Delicate Stems, and the color is called Mustard. It worked out beautifully for that inner border. And then for the wide border, we used the Whispering Grasslands Sweet Bundles. So that main print in the line, it worked out great. Of course, really framed that quilt perfectly, and the scale of the bundles works great for that size border. For the backing, we used that folio gold, so a nice bright gold backing. And for the binding, there's another one from the collection, or from the bundle. It's the Mixology Jane Dark Chocolate. So nice little frame with that dark around the edges of Rosie. The second quilt we made is Dina, which is one of the favorite quilts from the Stripology Quickies book. Very simple, very clean, and really fun to play with. So for this one, you need accent fabric to accentuate the rectangles that you cut from the collection. And to have a little fun, we decided to use 2 different fabrics for those accents. We used the Whispering Grasslands Delicate Stems in the mustard, as we did for the inner border on Rosie. But then we also have a second print that is from the collection. It's called Whispering Grasslands Circles in the terracotta. A beautiful, beautiful rusty red color. So we alternated the lines of the, so as we laid it out, we alternated it with the red and the mustard. And so it really created a really fun pattern throughout the Dina. For the backing, we used the Paint Box Amber, a nice in-between color of these two, which showed off the quilting perfectly. And we also bound it with that same red, the Whispering Grassland Circles, and the terracotta. The third pattern we sewed up is the Locust. This pattern is found in the Stripology Squared book. Very simple, very quick to make, and it's really great to use fabrics where you can have a distinct light and dark feature. So we always paired a light and a dark, alternated the browns and the greens, so it really creates a uniform look, but a really fun, quick quilt to make. So for this one, all you need is the fabrics. You start with 10-inch squares actually, and then you just piece it, cut it up, and piece again. For the backing, we chose to use the dry brush cider, a little bit lighter tone of that gold. So that worked out really nicely. And then for the binding, we used another print from the collection, from the bundle that we have additionally in 1 yard. It's called Whispering Grasslands Delicate Stems in the Sage. Beautiful quilt, simple and fun to make. So here are all the additional fabrics that we have available and some of the coordinates that we used for our quilt. Of course, any of these fabrics that we pulled for the collection and the fabric pull work as well. But what we have available, we have the Whispering Grasslands Sweet Bundles in the Sage. And then we also have the Delicate Stems in the Sage. We have the Delicate Stems in the Mustard. And then we have the circles in the terracotta. So these are all from the collection, the Whispering Grasslands collection. In addition, we have the Mixology Jane Dark Chocolate. We have that available. That's in the bundle, not in the collection. And then the 3 prints we used for the backs We used the Paint Box Amber, the Folio Gold, and the Dry Brush Cider. So now let's take a look at some of these quilts up close and have a good look at the long arm quilting design. Let's start by taking a look at Rosie. Here you can see these beautiful blocks, and the pattern we chose to use for quilting it is called Slick. I really love the curviness because the square features and corners of the blocks are so rigid, so the curves really help it. But what I love most about this pattern is the scale of it. So it's pretty small, even though the spacing is not too small. So that works really well. The thread that we use, the color is this wheat color, so a little bit darker than the darkest light color. And so that really makes it blend in nicely. It looks great on the border. And so it just blends and it shows the quilting really, really well on the print. So here we can see more what that pattern is. Love that bright back. And so really a successful quilt quilted with this pattern called Slick by Urban Elements. Next up is our Dina quilt, and this pattern is called 4 Square Rounded. Kind of fun to play with the geometric feel of the blocks. So for this one, it's a little bit darker. It's like a dark, either a dark taupe or a light brown, either way you call it, the color of the thread. So it blends nicely with some of the darker tones and really enhances that shape of the blocks. So here you can see more the scale of the pattern, a bit larger. So light quilting on this one makes it really nice and soft and cuddly, ready for the couch. And then last but not least, we have our locust quilt. Again, all rectangles, so we wanted something to break that up. So this is called Kindling. One of my favorite patterns to use when we want a little bit of linear direction, but curves, little points to play with the texture and the breaking up that rectangular feel of the blocks. Easy thing to quilt out, nothing to match up, so it worked out well. The color here is the same. It's a little bit of a taupe, light taupe actually, so it blends in a little bit better with some of the light colors. And as you can see here on the back, how gorgeous is this pattern to use for so many different things. I love the feel of it. I hope you will enjoy these beautiful fabrics, these organic prints and gorgeous colors as much as I had picking them out. I loved working with them in the quilts, and I know your quilts are gonna turn out gorgeous. Now, if you are a subscriber, all of those additional prints and coordinates are available on our website. You can snatch them up now and make your plans. And of course, make sure you take advantage of the coupon. You have 3 months to use it. It is valid until the next Bundle Club ships. If you are not a subscriber of Goodies Bundle Club, our quarterly subscription, we do have spots available, so join us now for a gorgeous set of fabrics delivered to you every 3 months. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Well, isn't that new bundle like amazing? I think it's so pretty, it's so natural, all of those things. But I was kind of inspired because Gudrun and I went outside and took some photos, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go take some photos of the Bundle Club quotes.
Yes.
So let's show our peeps what that looks like.
Sorry, Jody, you're going to hang out for a second.
That's okay.
Okay, here they go.
So this is Dina, and I just went outside, and I just, you know, the natural light just really brings out the color in these quilts, and it's so beautiful. I don't even know what else
We got a lot of comments about Dina.
Yeah.
I love the 2 accents on it.
And we've done a ton of, we've done lots of Dinas, and I have one at home too. So the next one is Locust, which I've never done, but I have admired Locust from afar. And another just really quick video outside, just getting some natural light and a little peek. And it's so funny because when I was out there, I did not notice any of that sun until I looked at the photo. So
yeah.
And then we have, it's a rosemary? Yeah, rosemary.
Rosie.
Oh my God. Rosie. Again, I think being out in the natural light just really brings out all of those beautiful greens and cream colors. And it's kind of fun to see these styled in a different way. So that is our third project.
I feel like this is my favorite bundle club.
Yeah, this is definitely your color scenario.
It's like Gudrun said, here you go, Michael.
Yeah, she was definitely thinking about Michael when she picked this line. I mean, I'm guaranteeing that that's it.
I already have mine. I'm probably going to get another.
Oh, you're funny. You're funny. Okay, so one of the biggest things we want to talk about is that on Tuesday, Gudrun released our one-day virtual retreat. So there are 2 dates that you can do this. This is because we have gotten tons and tons of requests to have more and more and more, and this is kind of our way of giving you that in a one-day retreat. So the first date is October 18th, and October 22nd is our second date that you can actually reserve. I have a couple things. Let's go ahead. We're doing a new pattern. Gudrun is always working. And this is Margot. Look at how cool this quilt is. This one is behind me. This is done out of Conway Cottage. So we took some photos outside just to give you an idea of what the colors look like. Margot, I'm working on a Margot right now, and it is so fun. So fun. You guys are going to have so much fun. So here is some housekeeping. All right, there are 2 sessions, the October 18th session and the October 22nd session. Okay, so when you are signing up, you will need to be sure to pick a digital package with your fabric choice. You do have the option to do a digital only, but you cannot check out unless, if you pick a box, which is your fabric and all of the goodies that go in there, you cannot check out unless you have both in your cart. So do not forget to add a digital product and your box. Makes sense, right? So the other thing is that, let's make sure, you can only pick one box. You will have an option to make your quilts bigger or to buy multiples in those lines. But right now you're going to pick one box, one digital package, and needs to be in the same checkout. You won't be able to check out without it. The other thing to look for is when you're in the actual checkout, you're going to have a drop-down box. The first line item in your drop-down box is Conway Cottage, and we've gotten a lot of emails saying, oh, I signed up for this and I didn't want that. Make sure you click on the arrow to bring up the different suggestions for fabrics in there. There are 14 choices. There are lots and lots of options to pick from. But if you don't hit that drop-down box, you're not going to be able to see the other choices available. And I will go through the other choices so you can see what those are. If you click a fabric line, so you've put your digital version in there, you've put your box in there, you go to click on the drop-down box, you pick a fabric option, and it tells you sold out. That means that fabric selection is sold out, not the retreat. So you just need to go and pick a different fabric selection. We've had some confusion around that, so I just wanted to clarify. If you pick a fabric selection and you get a sold out, go back and pick a different fabric selection, okay? Let's see. Okay, so we have also gotten a lot of emails saying, oh, I want to switch my date. I want to switch my fabric selection. So we will not be doing any of that until Monday. And then what will happen on Monday is if you have sent us an email saying you want a different fabric or you want to switch to a different date, you will get a notification that we are canceling that, and you will get a refund on the original purchase, and then we will be invoicing you for the new purchase, okay? So if you get that email, don't freak out. We have not canceled it. We just need to cancel your original order so that we can give you what you want. A caveat to that. When you're selecting your dates and your fabric, just pay attention to that. It'll make life a lot easier for our customer service so that we don't make more mistakes because we're getting confused at what people want in their boxes. So just be aware, you have multiple choices, pick your package, and then make sure you're picking the correct date.
Real quick, we got some clarification points. So you can just get the virtual retreat by itself.
Angela, you do have the choice to just buy the actual digital package, okay? So you can check out with just a digital package, or if you pick a box, you need to make sure you have both in your checkout. And we have set it up so that you can't even move past that checkout if you have a box in your cart without adding a digital package, okay? Any other questions about that?
Oh, good one.
Some are already sold out. Okay, Kim, some of the fabric lines are. I will go through those in just a minute so you have an idea. Very few are sold out. There's only a couple that we had limited quantities of. So we'll go through those so you have an idea of what we have available and what we don't. Okay. Okay, so the other thing that customer service is telling me is that when you're ordering the retreat, please only order the retreat in the order, with the exception if you want to purchase a backing for that particular quilt. So when you're ordering it, you're only ordering your box and your virtual or your digital package. And if you want a backing for that, you can add that to your cart and then check out. If you want more stuff to go with that, you're going to have to place a separate order. It just really makes things a lot easier on the fulfillment side when we do it that way. So the other thing we have, which is so fantastic, yes, of course, the digital package does include the pattern in there, so you will get that. The part that we are super excited about is that we have our shop partners joining us for this retreat, which is super exciting. They're excited. So this is an option for you to be able to do an in-person event. So if you live in the area of any of our shop partners that are listed here, and I'm going to go through those in a second, you can actually go to those shops and sign up to do an in-person event. Now, you will have access to the Zoom for the duration of the retreat, so you don't have to worry about, well, I need to leave at 5 or I have something at 6. Just when you get home, you can log back into the Zoom and you can join all the festivities. The Zoom rooms are open, I think, until 10 o'clock, if I remember right, for people to actually just sew together. It's such a great experience. And the best part is, like, if you're a Stripology partner and you're hosting an in-person event, you get to be with people and be taught by Gudrun and do an exclusive pattern and all that stuff. So if you are going to join a shop partner, purchase the kit, the box, and the package through the shop partners that are listed. So do not purchase it through us. You want to purchase that through the shop partners. So let me go through 1 yard wide back or 3 yard wide back. That's a good question. It is not a 1 yard wide back.
It's, I believe you can do a 2 yard wide back. You will have to piece it, and or you can do the 3 yard.
3 yard, yeah.
For the lap size.
For sure, you need at least 2 yards.
Yeah.
Or 3 yards. 1 yard probably wouldn't do that. So let me go through the shop partners that you can go to do an in-person event. So we have Society in Castle Rock, Colorado, Pieces of Love Quilt Shop in Oroville, California, Nebraska Quilt Co. from Fremont, Nebraska, Threaded Lines from Montgomery, Texas, Quilting Code from Burnsville, North Carolina, Chicken Feed from Colad, Alberta, Canada. We have Tilted Quilters in Jacksonville, Florida, El Calhoun Sew and Vac in El Calhoun, California. Warm and Cozy from Columbia, Illinois. Uptown Blanco from Blanco, Texas. Blue Bar Quilts from Middleton, Wisconsin. KC Maker Studios in Mission, Kansas. And Cactus Quilts in Tucson, Arizona. So if you want to do an in-person event and have all the same experiences, you'll have a box. They will be providing the fabric for that box. Please sign up at your local quilt shop that is participating in the one-day Stripology retreat. Let me look to make sure that I have not forgotten anything important. All right, let's go ahead and show some of the fabric lines. So the first one we have, I first want to say Autumn Breeze is sold out on both days. So that is the one particular one that we do not have any more of. Okay, so we have one so far that's sold out. So Acorn Hollow, we have plenty of Acorn Hollow for you to show, for you to purchase. The next one is Berry and Pine. Now this one we do have limited quantity. I think we only have one left in the session 1. So here's a caveat. Let's say you want Berry and Pine, but it's sold out for session 1. You'll have to go sign up. And you want that and you want nothing else, you would have to sign up for session 2. Okay. Conway Cottage. This is the one behind me. We also have a wide back for this, so if you are interested in the wide back, can you show that one for me, Michael? Yeah. Keep going, keep going. Nope, it's not any of those. Oh, must have forgot it. Anyways, we do have a wide back. It's actually the navy blue background with like the colored circles in there. So if you want a wide back, be sure to include that in your package. The next one we're looking at is the Creative Landscapes. This is so pretty. I love this one so much. Deep Blue is another one that we only have one left in this for sessions 1 and 2. Now, this could be gone because I pulled these prior to the show, so who knows. But that one we had limited quantities. Floral Allure, I love this one. I actually might have to get this one. This one is so pretty, and you know why, right? Industrial Imprints is another one that we have. Insectarium, this is the one I'm doing the actual sample for, and I did include a picture of the block. Did we put that in there?
Yes, we did. Give me 1 second. We did. I just have to find it. I thought we did.
Oh, we did too.
Oh no. All right. Well, you
go down, scroll down. Oh, no, that's not it.
You keep talking, I'll look for it.
Okay, so Insectarium, I'm actually making a sample of this. This is gonna be gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So once Michael finds the block, he'll put that up. The next one is On Your Mark. And then we have Ruby and Bee. This one is gonna be so pretty. All right, next one over. There we go. Ruby and Bee. This one's going to be so cool. It's so bright and fun. Simply Cozy is another one that we have coming up. Right there. Yep. And we're going to be showing this one a little bit today. So you'll be able to see that one. Sketchbook 2 is the next option. And Tangerine. Tangerine is so pretty with all those oranges and greens in it. Looks like Michael might have found our picture. So I'm going to reiterate really quickly while he puts the block up. So this is just 2 of the blocks that I'm working on, just to give you an idea. Look how cool this is going to be. I'm so excited about this pattern. If you pick your retreat package, and you go to the drop-down box and you pick a fabric choice and it tells you sold out, you will have to pick a different fabric choice, okay? We have plenty of most of all the other fabrics, so there were just a few of them that were either super popular or we had limited quantities of that. Do we have, before we go to fabric, do we have any retreat questions?
I believe we do.
I need to have a sip of my drink.
1 second.
I've got Michael working super hard over here.
I feel like a hacker. I feel like a hacker. I'm just like running back and forth.
I
trying
know,
to get
when we
all
were
this
putting
stuff.
all this together, I'm like, wow.
Okay. I think a big one has been, what is the size of the retreat quilt?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
And it's 59 by 74.
Thank you. You
are welcome.
Thank you. I didn't write that down. I didn't even think about it, so I'm glad my producer did. How will the boxes ship? Well, they're gonna, the boxes are gonna be in what our traditional boxes, how we typically do those, and they are gonna ship in October 1st. Yep, for sure. Any other questions?
I think we can all relate to this one.
I know, right, Donna? It is so hard to pick. Also, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to send an email to help@gequiltdesigns.com. Yes, it does. The box will include everything you need minus the backing. You will have a pattern in there, you have a booklet in there. We're going to have some fun treats in there. All kinds of great things are going to be in the box, typical of what we normally do for our retreats. So if you've ever attended our retreats, hard to see your blocks on that crazy tablecloth. Barbara, that is the top of my ironing board.
You got called out.
I guess so. You have to remember, I'm just sewing and clicking photos. It's not professional. Anyways, we have a ton of fabric to go through, so let's get started on fabric. So the first one we're going to show is Simply Cozy by Zen Chic for Moda Fabrics. This is a very popular fabric line that we have.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we have a beautiful Frankie made out of it behind Michael there. So gorgeous. We also did it behind me. We did it as a Take It Easy printed batting table runner, which we should be getting those in very soon. So if you have not purchased your printed batting Take It Easy pattern, you need to, because it is fantastic. So let's show some fabric. So the first one I have here is this beautiful blue background with these very bright, bold oranges and yellows and a little bit of like a gray, bluish gray tone. And then we have a blue with a line draw, like it looks like a little bit of a line drawing going on there. This just gives, this particular fabric gives so much texture. It would be great in a background. This one we have a dark blue background with the like confetti, the orange and yellow confetti. Another dark blue background with the white and orange as its highlight there. So we really kind of broke this up into blues, which I consider our darks. And then we've switched over and we're doing a yellow in this really cool print. And now we're adding this, you know, it looks kind of black, and it probably is, but it is like a very deep, deep navy with these beautiful grays, and there's a little touch of pink now showing up in there. We did have it in our blue. We have this other in this mustardy color with the dark, dark navy and the white. We're now moving into the orange with the dots. So we have our orange background. And then we also got that one in in an orange. So we have this in the blue, but we did do it in an orange. It's such a great print. And now we're moving into this like reddish orange. So it adds the pink, like a little bit of this orangey pink color to it. Some of this really dark navy, and then the gray in there. Give myself a little more space here. And then we have, again, we have this particular print with the dark orange and the light, like off-white color. And then our dots, again, look at how, I just love this bundle so much. And then we added this fine dot. This actually looks like a thatched, if I'm not mistaken, in this orange color. So this is a 12-piece bundle, but we also have, myself here. We also have this in a fat quarter bundle. And I thought we had it, oh, we do. And we have it in the little. So the little bundle can do any of our little patterns. It can do the Take It Easy table runner. So it's a really great choice because you get, is it a fat 16th? I think it is. So you get 48 fat 5-inch squares. You can cut 48 5-inch squares out of this. So it's such a great value. Where if you did a 5, that would be great jolie. Yes, it would make a great jolie. And then I went and I picked out some, we have a 3-yard cut with the white background in that confetti, which would be great. It's a background, which we did do in the Frankie in the background. So you could see there. And then you can also use this if you want to piece it as your backing, if you want to. But I pulled some wide backs because I don't know about you, but I don't like to piece my backings very often. So we have this beautiful pearl bracelet peacoat in the dark navy and the light blue. We also have it in a red, which goes fantastic with the collection. And we have it in a, I know, Lonnie, we haven't even started yet. Wait till you see the other stuff we have for you. And then we have it in this off-white. So we have 3 different wide backs you can choose from for your quilts. We have it in a fat quarter bundle, we have it in a littles bundle, and we have a 3-yard cut in that. So let me go through the pull, and I think the pull is like the most funnest part of fabric. I absolutely love fabric. I love everything about going through the warehouse and being like, what can I put with this? So today we have a shabby cherry. It goes fantastic. It brings out kind of a brighter orange in here. We'll move that over there. We have a grunge flamingo. And this is nice because it has a little bit of this dark color in it and this light pink color. So it's going to pull out on those navy blues. And then we have cottage cloth in the honeycomb. So we're touching on our like mustardy color. It does have a little bit of a darker like texture to this one. Yes, Melissa, this is fantastic. We have grunge yam, so pretty. And this one has just a little bit of a darker mustardy color in it. So, I mean, look how well it goes with those fabrics. And we really don't talk a lot about stripes very much, but we have the Fall Days stripe. This is great to put as binding. It would really bring out all the different oranges and yellows in there. We have Floral Elements Yam. Look how pretty that is. Oh, I love that so much. And then we have Grunge Mulled Cider. So you're going to pull out this yellow really well with that. Plus also it really goes well with the navy. And then we had to pull out our dark blues to go with that. So we have a Seedling Blueberry. So we're going to keep going down here and adding to our blues. We have a Grunge Nocturne on there. So that again helps with, it's got these different colored blues in there. You've got kind of this darker shade. You've got the lighter shade to pull from that. It looks really pretty on camera. And then because we have a little bit of gray, we pulled a Deco Stitch Granite. So now you're actually touching on some of the gray that is in these prints. and chalk and charcoal gray. So again, a lighter gray, great for backgrounds in there. Pulls out a little bit of that grays and the blues. We have this in Simply Cozy, the kind of confetti print that we have in the 3-yard. We also have that in a 1-yard, which is fantastic. And we have grunge soft clear that you could use, clear water, sorry, that you can use for backgrounds. And we pulled a dry brush white on white. I love this dry brush white on white. It's such a great print. So that is Simply Cozy by Moda Fabrics. Yes, Rachel. All right, so can we pull up the thumbnail again for Simply Cozy? Thank you. You can show them that. Okay, so our second line we have today is called Spread the Word by, I gotta remind myself who this is by, Northcott? Oh, Katherine Kraemer. Well, I could read the screen and maybe then I would know what's going on here. Spread the Word, Katherine Kraemer for blank quilting. I am going to have to take this home with me. It is fantastic. So let's show some fabric. So my first print I have here, I think all of these prints would be fantastic for any type of collage quilting. You have this background which has a lot of like prints and letters in it, but then you have these really wild like geometric shapes and these wild colors like this red and black and pink. Oh, so awesome. And then this one we have, it looks like, well, I guess it is letters too in there. So that's the basis of it. And then on top of that, we're adding those geometric colors and shapes to it. Oh, so cool. And then we have this one, which now brings in some yellows. We have some grays. We have kind of like a brownish, light brown color. Also kind of looks like you've got like an hourglass kind of reflecting some of the wording up in there. Here we have a multicolor, so reminds me so much of newspaper print. And then you have all these different colors to kind of bring that out. Here is a print that looks like when you shred your, when you do any shredding, you get these long strips and then you try to put it back together. That's where my brain goes. And then this really bright, like reds, orange, and black in here. So now the lettering is kind of in these white boxes where the print takes the main stage. Here we have, it looks like a pixelated print, right? Oh, it's so cool. I would love to, if I could figure out how to cut this up and put it in a background. I know.
This is so trippy in a good way.
Love it. Everything about it. And this is my absolute favorite of the collection. We have this very bright, fun print that has these purples and blues and all kinds of fun things. So this is Spread the Word. So let me go through this, and I picked out some. We have some brand new wide backs. So we have the black, modern backgrounds black. So I thought this went really well because it has all of these different letters and stuff. This would be a fantastic back for this quilt. And then we also have it in white, which would be great for backgrounds. I don't know if anybody's ever used a wide back in a background, but you can definitely do that and then just cut it up. And it gives you, you just have to buy a little less of it. And then I had to pick out some wild and crazy ones to go with it. So we have Euphoria Splatter Midnight, which this would be so cool on the back of this, any quilt that you did with this line. And then I did the Euphoria Love Rainbow, which, come on, look at that. Which pattern would I use with this? I personally would love to keep this in a bigger, like a bigger print, so I wouldn't cut it up because I love all of the colors. Jolie would be awesome in this. Phoenix would be really cool in this. I actually wouldn't even mind doing a Frankie in this.
Yeah.
And then you could use a background in there, you know, any type of background in there. But of course, like I said before, I love the pull, so let's go through some of that. We have lineage offline. Here it has a little bit, if you can see, has a little bit of some pops of color in there that goes really, really well with this line. Shadow Play Black Beauty. I'm using Shadow Play in a project right now, and I really, really like it a lot. Grunge New Navy. So that really plays off of the navies that are in this print. This print, we've got some navy in it. It would just really bring it all together. We have grunge, grotto, and it definitely, look at how it really brings in the kind of this like tealy color. We've got it in this print. We've got it in this print. So lots of options there.
Chills it out.
I think so too. We have Grunge Surf the Web. Again, bringing out some of those brighter colors in there. Oh, Taylor would be great. Sammy would be great. And then, of course, we love a Frankie. We have Glaze Emerald, which, how cool is that? Bringing out those greens in there. I love glaze so much. We have Cherry. So we're focusing on the reds that are in this line. We also have a pumpkin, so we're going to bring out some of the oranges. When you see these in the bin, when they bring it to, you know, when we go out and get it, it looks so delicious. Nitty Gritty Nectarine. So now we're actually pulling out those like deeper oranges, like those rusty colors that are in here. We got to bring some yellow, so we got some Glaze Sunshine. And of course, my favorite color in the entire world, we have Nitty Gritty Dark Violet. So bringing in the violets that are in the prints. Grunge Blush. I actually really like this grunge a lot. So bringing some of these pinks from here. And then we got to have some fun writing on the wall, stamped white. This would be awesome in a background. And dry brush white on white, which again is a really great fabric basic to use in your projects. So that is Spread the Word by Katherine Kraemer Waters for Blank Quilting. Okay, we have one more line called Nature Study 2.0. This is gorgeous. I already snatched up some of this because yes.
I love it.
I love it so much. I had to have it. So let's look at it. It's a very basic driven line, so you're going to have some smaller prints, but these colors are very nature inspired. I know. So Chris, you should work here. Do you know how hard it is to work here and not bring every single thing home with us? It is hard. So here we have a print. It's in a light blue. It's kind of hard to see the texture in this, but there's just a little tiny bit of texture in the light color. Kind of looks like chicken scratch in a way. And this beautiful, beautiful light blue, powder blue color. And then we have these awesome irregular checks. So as you can see in here, it's a check, but it's not it's irregular. So you won't be scared to cut it up, right? So this is kind of in a soft, it's like a grayish blue color. This one I love. Again, another one of these prints, but this is in like a mint green, which the lighting does not do it any justice. I was hoping I could kind of show you a little bit. Like a mint green. I'm actually using this in a project I'm working on as a small border. And then I have more of our darker green here. So we have got that grayish green here with a little bit of that chicken's kind of scratch print on it. It's so calm and like these are the cool colors. And then we have this really dark teal color, and then the print inside of it is like a lavender, and it looks like little flowers in there. But it's so subtle, you can't really tell. And then we have this lavender, beautiful grayish lavender color with the same print in there. So all nature inspired. We have the darker color lavender. So this is purple, but these all have more of a gray tone to it. So pretty. And then we have like our bluish gray. Again, this is leaning more, actually it's more of a purple gray. So you can kind of see how the tones kind of change as we go along. And then it has this really small print in there. And now we're moving more into the gray blues. You can really see the print really well on this one. Our darker gray, our darker blue, this is a very deep navy color. Move this over a little bit. And then we have this irregular check again in this charcoal gray. I love this so much. And then we have a brown, but it's a very, it's a brown color, but it has like a purple hue to it. It's so pretty. And I did pick out a backing for this, some backings for that. First, we do have this in a fat quarter bundle. There are 12 different prints. This is by Whistler Studios for Windham Fabrics. And then we also have it in, so different than the last one, right? And then a little, and this would be fantastic as a little in any of our little patterns. And then I pulled out a wide back. So, but look how cool this wide back. This is new in the shop. It's called Modern Backgrounds Fog. And it kind of has this geometric shape to it. Would be awesome on the back of any quilt that you're doing with this. And the pull. I want to just pull this out and I want to show you it all together and then I'll separate it. But look at this pull. How beautiful is that pull? I mean, all of our pulls are beautiful, but this one just really kind of stands out to me. So I had to give you a little teaser. We have grunge iron. So this is leaning more towards your black or your charcoal. This would be a great accent color, background color. We have grunge winter coal, again leaning definitely more towards those darker charcoal colors. And then this beautiful seedlin huckleberry goes really well with our purples here. Deco stitch lilac in the dusk. I'm a huge fan of Art Gallery fabrics, and this is just so beautiful. And then grudge admirable, so bringing out those blues, that really deep navy blue and some of this light blue in here. We have Marion Berry Pie. Now, this one is gonna play, and it's really hard to see in this, but it's gonna pull out this aqua and this light aqua, if you can see that. This is such a pretty grunge color. It looks a little bit blue, but it definitely kind of is gonna play off of these two colors. We have a grunge eucalyptus, so we're going now towards our greens. Grunge sage. Look at this grunge, you guys. How cool is this grunge? It's got the light sage, but then it brings in that beautiful dark sage color in there. Goes really well with that green. And Deco Stitch Sea Glass, playing with our light colors here. And we have Bumbleberries in Studland Sea Foam. So greenish bluish color, looks a little bit more blue, probably plays very close to these grayish blues. And then grunge clear water, bringing out the blues and the greens. I'm running out of room. And now we have some grays. We have the nitty gritty glass in the light gray color and the dry brush silver. What a beautiful, beautiful collection. Nature Study 2.0 by Whistler Studios for Windham Fabrics.
It's so calm.
It's so
I love it.
It like shut you right up.
I know. Calmed me right down.
Calmed me right down. Wow, we have had a huge show today. Lots of great fabric. So I have one last thing before we get off air. We have a new segment called the New Customer Winner. So this winner is picked at random from all of the new customers that have signed up for our email list. So if you want a chance to win every Friday, you can go ahead. If you haven't signed up for our email list, please do so, and that will enter you in the drawing for a new customer email. And honestly, I forgot what we were giving them. Maybe a $25 gift card. I can't remember.
I couldn't tell you.
I know, bad host.
They're winning something.
You are winning something. So our winner today is Jean Welty. Congratulations, Jean.
Woo!
We are so excited to have you. Thank you so much for trusting your time with us. And we always have such great information for you. So again, if you're interested in being one of our winners on a Happy Friday show, please sign up for our email list.
And email us, Jean, at
Yes.
help. Oh, I
Take
got
it away.
Okay. Jean, email us at help@gequiltdesigns.com.
That was a mouthful.
I did it.
All right, we're going to get our faces off here very
Yes.
soon. Here's what we have coming up for shows this week. We have Tipsy Tuesday, August 5th. Actually, Gudrun and Kirk are going to call in, so that should be really exciting. We'll see where they're going to be on Tuesday. They're kind of traveling all over. And then I'll be back with you One Yard Wednesday, August 6th. And then Happy Friday, I am off. So we will have Nancy, Kara, and Michael at the helm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they won't stand a chance.
No, they're in big trouble, big trouble. And then August 21st, Perfect Pair will be back with Kara and Nancy. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for bearing with us. We had so much information to share with you today. We love it when you join us on our Happy Friday show, and I have the honor of being able to be here with you while Gudrun and Kirk are traveling. Thank you, Michael, for a great show, and happy
Always a
Friday.
pleasure.
Have a great weekend.
Happy Friday, everyone.
Lay your fabric here. Cut it right there. Home of the stripology. Feel that vibe. Sisters, baby.